morning, Willow class. Okay, so today we're going to have a look at solving problems involving percentages and decimals. So we've actually worked with percentage and decimals yesterday and how to find the percentage of a number. So this is really going to help us in today's learning. So we've got some problems on the board, well, on the screen, that we're going to go through, and I'm going to just talk about how I'm going to solve these and how I'm going to pull the information out and actually decide what calculation I need to do. So I've got the first question here, and it says a sunflower grows to be 200 centimetres tall. After 4 weeks, it was 30% of its height. How tall was the sunflower after 4 weeks? So it's grown that much in total, okay? So I'm going to just draw that as a little bar, okay? So I have got here, this is, for example, 200 centimetres. That's how long it has grown. That's how far it has grown from here to here in the time that it has been alive. Wrong colour. Super. So it's 200 centimetres, okay? But 4 weeks into its growth along here, it was 30% of its height. So I'm going to split this bar up, okay? So this is 30% roughly. I haven't measured it, I'll be honest. We're just going to go with what we think, okay? So 30% of its height in that amount of time. I'm going to put in there 30%. So we now need to find out how tall was the sunflower here. Okay, so this is 30%, this is after the 4 weeks. So how am I going to do this? Well, I've drawn it so that you can see I've got 30% of this, okay? So the question, which is similar to what we did yesterday, I have got to find, 30% of, and then my total, which is 200. 30% of 200, don't forget, is 200 centimetres. So let's always make sure that we get the unit of measurement on. So 30% of 200 centimetres. So the best way to do this is to find 10% and then look at what we need to find 30%. So what's 10% of 200? Well, I'm going to divide 200 by 10. Don't forget, I'll write it up here. To find 10% of a number, we have to divide by 10. How do we find 1%? Can you remember from yesterday? To find 1%, instead of dividing by 10, we have to divide by 100. Well done if you did remember that from yesterday. That's fab. Those are the key facts that you need to remember today. So for 10%, I'm dividing it by 10, and that gives me 20. Now, the question asks me 30%. So what have I done to my 10% to get 30%? I've times it by 3. I therefore need to times this answer by 3. 3 lots of 20. 20 times by 3 is, well done if you've got this correct, 60. Let's not forget that it is in centimetres. It's after 4 weeks how far this plant has grown, and the answer is 60 centimetres. Okay. Fab. So let's move on now to have a look at a different style question. So I've got here, there is 500 grams of flour left in the cupboard, okay? So this time I'm going to draw a bar, and this is 500 grams of flour, okay? I just do this sometimes because I think it helps you to see it as a visual. 90% is needed for a cake. How much flour is needed for the cake? So 90% of this 500 grams is what's needed for a cake. So I'm going to split that up here. And the 500 grams is what the total is. So that is from, let me just draw another line, from here all the way to here. But I just need to find this bit, which is 90%, because I don't need the full bag, I just need 90% of it. So therefore, the calculation I need is 90% of 500 grams, okay? So what I want you guys to do for me is to calculate quickly now what 90% of 500 grams is. If you are in green or blue group, can you show me 2 different ways of calculating 90%, please? Off you go. Okay, so hopefully you've started off by finding 10%. So we've got 10% of 500. To find 10%, let's remind ourselves, we divide by 10. So I'm going to divide 500 by 10, and that gives me the answer 50 grams. Okay. So I could then say, right, so I need 90%. So what have I done to my 10 to get 90%? I've times it by 9. Excellent. So because I've times it by 9, I times my answer by 9. 5 times by 9 is 45. Therefore, 50 times by 9 is 450 grams. Now, I asked for a bit of a challenge, blue and green group, to see if they could actually find 2 ways of doing this. So another way of doing this would be to find 10%, and because we need 90, it's out of 100, don't forget. Well, 100% is this. So take away 10% will leave me with 90%. So therefore 500 grams, take away 50, gives me the answer 450. So very well done if you're in blue or green group and you found another way of doing that. Okay, the last question before you move on to your learning, which is posted below, is this. Now, this is a 2-step problem that we're going to look at. So some children are asked to hand out some felt tip pens to each class. Each class receives 25% of the felt tips. Each class receives 35 pens. How many pens were given out? So 25% out of 100. So if I have got 25 out of 100, and it says that each class receives 25%. So class 1 have received 25%. Yeah? How many 25% am I going to get? Well, let's try. Class 2 have also received 25%, which as a total now, 25 and 25 is 50. So let's keep going until we get to 100. Class 3 have also received 25%. So that's 25, 50, 75. Class 4 have received 25%. 25, 50, 75, 100%. So all of the pens have been given out. It then says each class receives 35 pens. So this is class 1. Okay, so class 1 have got 35. Yeah? Each class have also received the same amount. So class 2 have received 35. Class 3 have received 35. And finally, class 4 have also received 35 pens. Okay? So if they have received that amount of pens, how many pens were given out in total? Quite simply, all we need to do is add these. So you can either add them up as column addition or add them up in your head. 30 add 30 add 30 add 30 is 120. Add 5 add 5 add 5 add 5 is 140. So the answer is 140 pens were given out. Okie dokie. Right, your dating allow is here and your activities are posted below this video. I want everybody to have a fab last day today, and obviously if you're not in school, I really do wish you all an amazing summer, and you year 5s, I will see you back in September. Okie dokie, excellent. Good luck everybody.